So today I'm going to give you a couple tips on what to do if your child is a picky eater. Does your child only consume savory snacks, sugar cereals, French fries, mac and cheese sticks, frozen waffles, and packaged foods? And is he or she unwilling to consume these things called vegetables or fish or shellfish or meats? Usually what's behind this is a nutritional deficiency. Ideally, the best situation is to start these kids out from birth with the right foods, making sure that there's no nutritional deficiencies. That's the ideal situation. But a lot of times when they get to a certain age, it's very, very difficult to get your child to consume the right types of foods. But let's talk about what nutritional deficiency we're dealing with. The main one is a zinc deficiency. You see, zinc affects smell and taste. And the other problem is if you're consuming these foods, you're going to create a zinc deficiency. And if you're consuming refined carbohydrates or sugar, you're going to create a zinc deficiency. So this is number one. Okay, you want to put the zinc back in. 2, MSG. There are so many of these types of foods that have either MSG, monosodium glutamate, or modified food starch, because this ingredient causes that savory sensation. It dilates the taste buds and makes the food taste better than it really is. And also it will retain water and it will increase appetite and it increases insulin. It's not good, and you want to make sure that you read the labels and make sure your children do not consume anything with MSG or modified food starch. And also a lot of this is in fast food restaurants, okay? Now, if the child is lacking DHA in the diet, which they usually are, that can affect the mood, especially anger, as in trying to get your child to eat correctly, right? DHA can help that greatly. And then we have vitamin B1. If the child is deficient in B1, that also severely affects the behavior as well. So if a child has enough B1, they're going to be calm. They're not going to be restless. They're going to have more self-control. What creates a deficiency here? These foods right here, refined carbs. What creates a deficiency here? All the omega-6 fatty acids in these foods right here. If you're unfamiliar with omega-6, I put a link down below. But an average diet is very heavy in omega-6 and very low in omega-3 fatty acids. So what can you do in addition to giving them some zinc, avoiding MSG as much as possible, adding DHA and B1? Well, there's a couple things. To make the transition from here to healthier foods, I would start looking at a substitute food. And there's a lot of keto substitute foods that will replace junk foods. And I'm going to put some links down below of some great recipes from pizza, ice cream, cookies, breads. You want to find a substitute that you can replace versus telling the child you can't do it. You just say, eat this instead of that. And slowly start to buy these foods and eliminate these foods right here. Next thing is to get your child to start making the recipes with you. That's the ideal situation. I know my wife has done this with my children for many years, and it works great. They love to cook. They start making these recipes. You start educating on them, and then they start eating it, especially if they made it. Next thing is that if you can't do this all at once, and it's going to take some time to transition, and you're still going to have to feed them some of these foods, get to agreement that they have to at least supplement with zinc, DHA, and B1 if they're going to consume this. So at least their body chemistry will start to come more in balance. It'll make it easier to come off these foods. Check out the links down below and start making the shift.
Hey, we're back
With another amazing recipe.
no grains, no sugar, totally keto. There's no suffering in keto.
Absolutely not, Karen.
And it's an immune system builder.
Absolutely. You have to check this
I
out.
think you should hurry up, watch the recipe, and make it yourself. It's just so easy to be keto.
But is it simple?
It's super simple. We hope you enjoy making it as much as we are enjoying eating it.